What's up, guys? Mickle here, and I just found out about a project that single-handedly destroys the SEC's case against Ripple. Guys, in this video, I want to go over this project, why it is such a big deal for the current Ripple SEC case, and how it makes the SEC look completely foolish. Guys, in this video, we're going to go over that, as well as some very interesting comments out of Jon Stewart to Charles Hoskinson. Guys, there has been a lot of drama in the XRP community based on some comments that Charles made. I want to go over those, but at the end of this video, we're also going to be talking about some XRP price action. Guys, we have a whole bunch of stuff to talk about in this video, as well as a huge event that is coming up this week. Guys, make sure to stick around for this whole thing. We have a whole bunch to talk about. Like always, guys, your support means so much to this channel. If you want to see more videos like this, please make sure to hit the like and subscribe button down below and turn on bell notifications. These three simple things go such a long way in helping this channel grow, and it really does mean so much to me. If you guys are ever looking for a good place to buy and sell XRP, make sure to check out the link for Uphold down in the description below. Uphold is one of my favorite exchanges and an excellent place to buy and sell XRP. With that said though, guys, let's jump right into the video, and I hope you guys enjoy the content. Real quick, guys, MooMoo is blowing it out of the water with their promotions. You can now win 15 free stocks if you sign up with MooMoo using the link in the description of this video. Most importantly, each one of these stocks can be worth up to $2,000. And guys, MooMoo is also a great exchange. It's regulated, and they also have some very innovative new features such as the industrial chain that will help you guys identify which stocks are most likely to do well in our current market based on what's trending. They also have an awesome thing going on right now where you could take a stock picking quiz and win a free share of Amazon. So guys, do not miss out on this opportunity. These promotions do not last forever. Go sign up with MooMoo now using the link in the description of this video. So guys, I want to start out this video and talk about a pretty exciting development that we're going to be getting this week. For those of you guys who remember, I actually talked about how Gary Gensler is going to be going on Jon Stewart's podcast, The Problem. Now, Jon Stewart is one of the few people out there who will fully grill the people he has on in his show. Guys, he does not go easy on people. He asks tough questions, and he's going to be having Gary Gensler on his show. It actually might have already happened, but it's going to be airing on October 12th. So the really good news is that I actually had the #1 comment on this post right here where he was asking his audience to pose different questions that they wanted him to ask Gary Gensler. And guys, the #1 comment on his post was actually me saying, please ask Gary Gensler why he refuses to meet with Jon Stewart and the 72,000 XRP holders that he's currently dragging through a 2-year-long court battle. Please reach out to Jon Stewart or Crypto Law for more information regarding the ongoing Ripple SEC case. So guys, I thought this was very exciting that we actually got this to be the #1 comment. Without a doubt in my mind, Jon Stewart has seen this post. And guys, if you take a look below this post by Jon Stewart, we can see that almost every single comment is about the current Ripple SEC case. This is really good news because hopefully this allows us to get some questions from Jon Stewart to Gary Gensler on this podcast. And hopefully it's just going to show that there is a lot of people extremely upset with Gary Gensler because of the ongoing Ripple SEC case. Now guys, unfortunately, I think it's going to be really hard for Jon Stewart to actually get a question off to Gary Gensler that Gary Gensler is not going to dodge, especially about the Ripple SEC case. But if anyone could actually drag an answer out of Gary Gensler about this case, I do think it would be Jon Stewart. I've watched a lot of interviews of him in the past, and he really has a good ability to drag information out of people. Now, guys, we could potentially get something pretty big if he does ask the right questions. Now, it's going to come down to how informed he is about the current Ripple SEC case. I really hope he did reach out to Crypto Law or Jon Stewart to help get some good questions he could ask. But either way, Jon's a smart guy. I'm sure he could still drag some very interesting information out of Gary, and I'm just going to be happy to see Gary squirm in that chair for a couple hours. Let's keep moving though, and I quickly want to talk about Charles Hoskinson. For those of you guys who don't know, Charles Hoskinson is actually the founder of Cardano, and he was on an interview from Tony of the Thinking Crypto channel the other day, and he made the very bold statement that he did not think there were any conflicts of interest going on at the SEC when Ethereum got its free pass, and said that he thinks it is all one massive conspiracy theory by XRP holders. Now, he has been getting a lot of pushback. He's essentially been having a mental breakdown on social media. It's been pretty hard to watch, but he just refuses to admit he was wrong. He's been going back and forth with people like Jon Stewart saying that corruption has no impact on the current Ripple SEC case. And guys, I just think this is a really bad look for Charles. Now, I don't personally hold ADA, and I don't personally like Charles either. I've never liked him even before this, but I just think this is a really bad look. In the past, Charles has screamed about corruption all the time when it comes to ADA's price action. He says different VCs are conspiring to push down the price of ADA, but then has the nerve to go out of his way to tell XRP holders that they were inventing conspiracy theories when they bring up facts regarding the Ethereum free pass. The funniest thing about Charles is he's denying everything that's happened, but most of the stuff that people like Jon Stewart bring up in terms of the corruption are just facts based on what the SEC has told us themselves. The SEC's own ethics department told us that there were serious conflicts of interest going on at the SEC with Bill Hinman, and the former SEC chair William Grunfest also said that something seriously sketchy was going on that people should be asking questions about. I think it's pretty absurd that Charles Hoskinson would just be denying all of this, calling all of this a conspiracy theory by XRP holders, and I just think it's a really bad look. Overall, I don't want to get too much into it. I think it's kind of a waste of time, but I think it's a kind of a big hit to Charles' credibility. If Charles was a person who never talked about corruption in the past, I guess I could think he was just blind to all of it, but the fact of the matter is he screams about corruption all the time, but as soon as it doesn't impact ADA, suddenly it's all one big conspiracy theory. Overall, I just think it's a bad look, and I wish he would shut his mouth about it. Guys, I want to move on and talk about a project that blows up the SEC's case against Ripple, and that is Spendabits. Spendabits is a project that moves Bitcoin on the XRP ledger, and guys, listen to how absurd this is. Now, one of the biggest problems with the SEC case against Ripple is they are trying to designate XRP as something that doesn't make sense. Well, it's kind of hard to wrap your head around why it makes so little sense, but sometimes you just need a project to make things clear. Take a look at this. Spendabits moves Bitcoin on the XRP ledger, and based on the regulations that the SEC is proposing, they are trying to say that the Bitcoin moved across the XRP ledger is not a security, but the tiny amount of XRP burned during this transaction, well, that amount, that quantity of XRP is a security of Ripple. So you could be moving Bitcoin purely for utility purposes, and in the process of moving that Bitcoin, you would burn XRP because that's how Spendabits works, and the SEC is saying that that small amount of XRP burned in the process of moving Bitcoin across the XRP ledger, well, that tiny amount of XRP is actually a security of Ripple, while the Bitcoin actually moved is a commodity. So the SEC is saying that the XRP burned in the process of moving Bitcoin is an illegal securities violation by Ripple, and they should have to register that XRP. Guys, that makes so little sense, it's not even funny. I could be using Spendabits to send Bitcoin back and forth to different family members all around the world, and the SEC is claiming that Ripple should have to register the fees that are burned when I send Bitcoin over the XRP ledger. Guys, this is the biggest problem with the SEC's case against Ripple. There are certain parts of it that literally don't make any sense. The SEC is trying to call XRP something that it's not, and it's causing their logic to fall apart. This is why the SEC didn't use a single expert in their summary judgment motion. At the end of the day, the experts know XRP is so much more of a commodity than it is a security that it makes the SEC's case fall apart. The SEC brought this case hoping the judge would simply agree with them, and they wouldn't actually have to dig into any of these very specific examples. But when you break it down and really look close at this thing, it is obvious that XRP is in no way a security of Ripple, and the fact that the SEC thinks Ripple should have to register fees burned from sending Bitcoin, guys, it doesn't make any sense, and these transactions don't even involve Ripple. So guys, I want to finish this video off and quickly talk about price action. We see that XRP is pumping pretty good right now. It's still below this resistance, but guys, I just want to show you that these small swings in price are so minuscule in comparison to what we are looking at on the bigger picture. I want to show you this interview of Glenn Hutchinson. He was a very early investor in Ripple and XRP, and guys, he's gonna let you know that these small swings in XRP's price don't matter at all when you take a look at the big picture, because XRP is solving something so much bigger than we can even imagine. Listen up to this, because guys, this is one of the most important things that you need to hear.
We've just seen a huge meltdown over the past 12, 15 months. You're still a believer? So if we'd been sitting here together in 2002, we probably were. You would have asked me, the internet. We've just seen this huge meltdown in the last 12 to 15 months. Are you still a believer? Right?
Yep.
And so the answer is yes. Now the digital currency solution is the most important technological advance I've seen since the internet. It has the capacity to do lots more, but it certainly has the capacity to enable us to move anything of value around the world at the speed of light at no cost. It has three components. It has a token of value, which is called the Bitcoin. It has an accounting mechanism, which is called the blockchain. But the most important piece, which is one that people aren't focusing on, is the protocol. The underlying protocol by which we agree to conduct these transactions. So you use a series of protocols every day, and you don't even think about it. You don't think about the internet protocol. You don't think about the simple mail technology protocol. You don't think about the file transfer protocol. You don't think about the high text translation protocol. I go through it, right? You just make use of the technology, and the protocols make it work. The people who really understand what's going on with digital currencies understand that putting these protocols in place, the blockchain protocol, the Ethereum protocol, the Ripple protocol, the Ripple protocol.
Guys, the XRPL protocol is going to be fundamental to transforming our financial system. Don't focus on the small swings in price. Eventually, it will all seem like nothing compared to what's around the corner. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming. I hope you enjoyed this update. Make sure to like and subscribe if you did. It really does mean so much. And for now, Mickle out.